All right, guys, today we have a somewhat difficult one. This is to figure out the net cash we'll actually have from a cash budget. Okay, so this is the second part. We talked about sales and how to collect on those, how to calculate that before, and now we're trying to figure out how to calculate net cash after we've made our payments. So let's go through it. I'll show you. Okay, so here on spreadsheet, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And what's going on here is we have sales already filled in for you here at the top. Already done that for you. But what we got to do is we've got to calculate payments. I'm actually going to zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to calculate some payments. Okay. And then after we've calculated some payments, we'll be able to figure out here at the end how much cash we actually brought in and how much we need. So this is going to get complex. Make sure you watch closely, slow it down, press pause if you need to, rewatch. I'm going to do my best to go as slow as I can, okay? Okay, first things first. Purchase percent of next month's sales. So what this means is that if I know that I'm going to make $250 in June, let's say, in June, I'm going to make $250. I need to go ahead and buy the materials to make the stuff, to sell the stuff, to make $250. I can't make $250 if I don't buy the inventory before that, right? I have to know how much I'm going to think I'm going to sell, buy that much, make them, and then sell them. So I've got to purchase it, okay? So I'm going to hit up Walmart or somewhere, wherever it is I get my supplies. I'm going to buy them the month before I need them. So I'm going to spend 60% of what I think I'm going to make on next month's sales. So it's going to equal 250 times 60%. So of that $250, I'm going to spend $150 for the supplies. Okay, now when I first though buy that, I might not get the I might get the bill in May, but I may not pay the bill till June. Okay, that's important because down here it says payments for last month's purchases. I'm going to have to pay $150 in June. Okay, we'll go ahead and put that here. Normally we wait and do it later, but I'm going to put it here just so you can see that. I'm going to pay the $150 in June for the stuff I bought in May. Okay, they're going to send me a bill and I'm going to pay it in June. Okay, what else do we need on a single line? So we got more payments. We'll talk about those in a little bit. We got cash from last month was 40. We're not going to talk about this month's cash flow. And then at the end of this, we have 70. And then we need at least 10. But since we have 70, that's fine. So we go to the next column. Okay, start over. We're thinking we're going to bring in $250 here in June. We expect to sell $50 this month from June. We're going to collect $140 from May. We're not going to talk about these two numbers yet. And here we go again. Purchase percent of next month's sales. 60%. Okay. So in July, I'm going to press equal. In July, I expect that I will have to pay for 60% of that in supplies. So I'm going to times it by 60%. Okay. So 60% of 300 is $180. I've got to pay for that in June. Now, I am actually making a payment for last month's purchases here. So although I'm purchasing $180, I'm not paying for it this month. I'm paying for the last month's $150. Okay. And I've got a bunch of payment stuff that I'm not going to see this month. We're going to start seeing it next month. Okay. Then cash from last month. Well, all you got to do is figure out what was your cash last month. So last month I had $70 left over. This is actually probably $70,000. Normally we shorten it. I'm going to press equal $70. Boom. We're not going to talk about this yet. We lost some money though. We're at $65,000 or $65. We need at least 10. That's okay. We have 65. So I'm going to put 65 right here. Still positive. Looking good. Let's keep it up. Go to the next month. We're in July. We expect to sell $300. I'm going to collect $60 from July, $175 from June, $20 from May. That's a total of $255 I'm collecting. But I've got to purchase materials for next month. So in August, $400 is what I expect to get. I'm going to spend 60% of that on supplies. I'm going to purchase $240. Remember, I'm not going to pay for that this month. For this month, I'm going to be paying $180 for last month's supplies that I had to buy. Okay, that $180 there. Then I've got wages and salaries, lease payments, other payments, no taxes, no payments for any construction, and then I got my previous cash loan payments, which doesn't apply yet. So we're going to add all this up. So this equals the sum of everything from this line down. Okay, I'm not going to include this line this first time because it has an X, but normally it's all the way down. Boom. I'm having to spend $270 this month on costs. Now, I only made $255. That's a problem. Yeah, I made $255, but I spent $270. So that's going to be an issue. All right, let's keep going. Last month, how much did I have? Well, it was $65 right there. That's what I had. I'm going to bring it up here. And then how much did I actually bring in or lose? So what we do is we take equals, and then we take how much we earned this month. So that was $255. And then we subtract how much we paid this month, which was $270. And we have negative $15. Ugh, that stinks. So with the cash we had last month and the cash we lost this month, how much do we have left? This equals this plus this. That's $50. Okay, we need at least 10. Do we have that? Yes. We have 50, so we're good. Go to the top. We start over. Go to August. In August, we expect to sell $400 worth of items. We are collecting sales on August, July, and on June. We're expecting to make $315 in cash this month. Now, of course, I've got to purchase next month's supplies. So I'm going to be taking the $500 I expect to sell, multiplying by 60%, and I need to pay or purchase $300 worth of supplies for next month. I'm not going to pay for that till next month. That's why I'm going to go ahead and pay for last month's purchases now. So I'm spending $240 this month, plus wages, salaries, lease payments, other payments, anything else that's on here. And did I have any loans from so far? So far, I don't have any loans, right? I'm still positive cash. I haven't had any loans. Okay, so actually, I'm going to go over here to the right. I'm going to talk about this real quick. This is a little thing to help us keep track of if we have any loans owed this month. So in June, I had positive cash. So I don't owe any loans. In July, I had positive cash. Okay, now we're in August. So when we get done with August, if we owe money, we're going to have to figure out, we're going to have to add that in here. Okay, this is to help us to keep track of any loans we've had to take for any cash that if we don't have enough cash. Okay, so let's keep going. We don't owe any loans, so my loan payments for this month is 0. I don't owe anything. Okay, we're gonna add all this up. So from 240 down to 0. Okay, I have spent $340, but I only earned $315. Again, that's negative. That's not good. That's okay. It happens. So cash from last month. How much did I have? I had $50. All right. Oops. Dollars. Press enter. Then equals. I had $315 come in, but I had $340 going out. I lost $25. So if we take last month's plus this month, I'm down to $25. I had 70, I'm down to 25. I've been losing money. That's okay. We'll see how it turns out. So $25 We need at least 10. I have 25. No loan needed for August. So I'm going to go over here. August, 0. This is my loan tracker. Okay, I'm keeping track of loans. All right, let's go to September. September, I expect to bring in $500. That's good. We'll keep going up. All right. I'm going to collect $100 of it this month, $280 from last month, $30 from a couple months ago, and that's $410 coming in. But I've got to go ahead and pay for those supplies for next month. Next month, I'm not going to sell as much, so this is going to cost less. I've got October times my 60% for the supplies. I'm going to be spending $210 this month, or I'm going to purchase it this month. Next month, I'm going to spend that $210 to pay for those supplies. Okay, so this month, I got to pay that $300 for the supplies I bought. Boom, I'm paying $300 for the supplies I bought. Okay, then we got a lot of money being spent this month. We got wages and salaries, lease payments. We have to pay taxes quarterly, so there's my tax payment. And I also had to pay for a construction of a new plant that we're working on, a plant as in a factory. We're building a new factory, and we got to pay for that. So these things are being making the price go up. So that's tough. That happens when you build new factories. So did I have any loans? No. That's good. That's 0. So what was my total payments? Remember, this is sum, parentheses, click and drag from 300 down, and I had to spend 590. I only made 410, so this is a bad month. We're in real trouble now. All right, so cash from last month. I had 25 left. I had 410 come in, and we have to subtract the 590 for the payments. And I have lost $180. This is going to be bad. So we're going to take the $25 plus the negative $180. And I've got negative $155. And I need at least 10. So what this means is I've got to take out a big loan because I lost all my cash. I have negative cash. So I need a loan. I need to take out a loan this year, cover this 155 plus 10 extra dollars just to be safe. So I'm actually needing negative $166 in loans to cover this year. 155 deficit, 10 extra to be safe. I need 166. I now for this month have $166 in loans. That's rough. Okay, if we can make a payment on that, we will. But if we can't, we won't. We're definitely not going to be able to make a payment this next month. So we'll see about maybe in November if we can make a payment on that. All right, so let's keep going. So in October, I have $350 coming in for sales, or that's what I expect to sell. But the cash I'm bringing in is $460 because remember, I'm bringing some of the cash in from last month and the month before. $460. I've got to purchase some supplies from November. So I'm going to say November times 60%. I'm going to pay for that next month, but this month I've got to pay for last month's supplies. We've got some bills coming in. I don't have any money to pay for the loan. I don't have any money to pay. I'm in negative money, so I can't pay that loan right now. I'm not going to do that. And we're going to add this up. Okay. Then it says cash from last month. Okay, so how much cash did I have? Well, I didn't have $166 in cash, guys. Remember, I was in negative money. I got a loan to cover the 155, and then I took out another 10 to be safe. So that's what I have. I have 10 in cash. I owe that 10, but I do have it. I spent the other 155. And so I've got 10 in cash. So then I've got to figure out how much did I bring in this month. So let's find out. Equals. This is how much I brought in. Minus how much I spent. And I brought in a lot more cash this month. You're thinking, well, how'd that happen? Because I didn't make as much, or I didn't sell as much. But remember, a lot of this cash is coming from previous months. So September was rough because that cash didn't actually come in until October. That's great. A lot of that cash came in October. That helped put me in a positive position for a change. That's good. Okay, so how much do I have in cash now? Well, I have 160 if you add those two up. I need at least 10. I have 160, so I'm good. Okay, now this we now have 160. Now I can't pay for that loan right now. I'm going to pay for it next month. This month I didn't have any cash. Next month I'm going to have 160. So I'm going to try to make a payment against this loan. Okay, and we're going to talk about that in a second when we get to the loan portion. Okay, so I still have negative 166 in the loans. I haven't paid for that yet. So November now. Okay, we're going to bring in 250. That's going down. That's not good, but it's okay. We're going to bring in some money from last month and from the month before that. So there's that. I'm going to make 345 this month. I've got to make those purchases for those supplies. So I'm going to look at the next month, which is 200. We're going to multiply by the 60%. This should have an X, by the way. Leave that in there. Okay, so I'm going to pay $150 from last month's supplies right here. Okay, add in all the other bills. And then we got the previous cash loan payment. Now, I had $160 left, but I'm not going to spend all $160. Okay, I'm only going to spend, I need $10 extra, always. I always need $10 extra to, just in case. So that 160, I'm only going to spend 150 of it. I've got extra cash laying around. I'm going to go ahead and pay off this loan. So if I take this negative 166 plus the 150 in extra cash I had, I got my loan down to 16. So I'm going to go ahead and spend that 150 here. So I spent 150 on loans to bring it down. There it is. So now I'm going to add this up. Sum, click and drag. Okay, got 390. I made 345. I spent 390. So I am going to be negative. Ugh. I don't want to be negative, but you know, that's what we got to do. I guess we could, and this is acceptable. I could look at this and go, okay, well, I don't want to spend more money than I have, right? That seems dumb. So let's go ahead and take this down. Let's see, 390 minus 345 is $45. So let's just take this down to 105. Okay, now 345 is equal. That's good. That's what I want to see. All right, we're going to see that these two are equal. So I'm going to change this to 105 instead. So I'm at negative 61 in loans now instead. That's okay. All right, so now we're going to say we got 160 in cash from last month. Okay. And then we brought 345 home. Then we spent 345. Right. And so we actually, oh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot that we had that extra cash. And we made some cash this month. So really, we could have gone ahead and done full 150. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's get rid of all of that. Yeah, spend that extra cash. All right, so then we got 160 plus we lost $45 this month. That's okay. We had that extra, right? We got 115. We need at least 10. That's okay. We got 115. Okay, we definitely are going to be able to pay off the rest of that loan in December. So that's good. All right, let's go for it. So 115, moving on to December. December, we're going to bring in $200, or at least we're going to sell $200 worth. We're only going to bring in $250. So we're actually going to bring in a little bit from November and October. That's going to make that more than what we actually sold. We got $250 of cash coming in. We got to pay for the $120 of purchases last month. We got some more bills. We got some more plant purchases. We got some taxes coming in. So, and we've got this 16 here. I'm going to go ahead and put that 16 so I can pay off this loan. No more loan for us. All right, we're going to add this up. Sum, Click and drag. Okay. How much did we have last month? 115. How much did we bring in? Well, we had 250 come in minus we spent 286. Ooh, lost a little bit of money. Okay. We had extra. So this equals this plus this. So I have $79 left over. I need at least 10. That's all right. 79 is good. All right. So we had some months where we had negative cash, but because we planned ahead, we were able by the end of the year to pull out $79 extra. We paid off our loans, so we just got cash in the bank now. We're starting off this next year better than what we started. So that's how you do this. I know it's complex. I know that was a long video. I'm surprised if you were still watching, but kudos to you guys who stuck through it. And pretty soon we're going to move out of this and it won't be so difficult. All right. See you guys.